Hello and welcome back to K-Pop Appreciation. My name is Simon and today we'll be appreciating CLC's No. For those of you new to the channel, this isn't a first time reaction or anything like that. I have watched this video many times already, okay? What we're going to do here instead, we're going to watch the video 2 times. First time without any interruption, I won't pause or anything. I might make a comment here or there. And then the second time we watch it, I definitely will pause because I want to share my thoughts and feelings on the videos, production, the music, the choreography, etc. Okay? So this is a slightly older song. No came out in late January of 2019. All right? It was a breath of fresh air. For well, not fresh air. It was a long-awaited comeback for CLC fans, which are also known as Cheshires. That's their fandom name. Because this is January 2019, and before that, they had a song called Black Dress, which is amazing, which I covered on my channel. I'll link it down below in the description box. Black Dress also came out I believe it was around February 2018 or something like that, early. So yeah, it was 11 months or something like, yeah, it was a long time for CLC fans. So no, I like to set expectations. If you've never heard the song before, it's something I expect to hear when I walk into a club. It's got to be, I would definitely say it's like electro pop. It's got some trap elements to it. It hits you hard in very subtle ways, if that makes sense. Yeah, but it's a great song. Anyway, but let's get right to it. Okay, here is CLC's No. Oh wait, subtitles on? Yes. So just note, there are 43 subtitles available. I think a lot of those are from the fans. Doing the community subtitling thing. Yeah, the CLC has a very large international base. So, okay, here we go.
Red lip now.
This is the leader of the group.
Now. High heel.
And a great dancer, Sun Yeon.
Handbag now. Red lip now. Earrings now. High heel now. Handbag now.
One of their main dancers as well. Son, who's from Thailand, a great vocalist. Yeon's their rapper. She's the youngest in the group. In Bin. Elkie is not Korean. She is from Hong Kong, I think? Interesting chorus, huh? Especially this post-chorus. Oh man, Yeon's so good. I've listened to this in a while. It's good stuff. Oh, Seung-hee. I forgot about Seung-hee. Fantastic vocalist. Don't hear enough of her.
Red lip now.
This fire is real. Just to let you know, it's not computer graphics. Oh man, wow! It's been a while since I heard this song. My favorite CLC song is "Black Dress." But knows great. So for those of you new to K-pop, CLC is signed with Cube Entertainment. Cube Entertainment is not one of the big three or big four Korean K-pop. It's not one of the big K-pop agencies in South Korea, but Cube Entertainment has a pretty distinguished pedigree. It's it's not. I wouldn't call it a tier one agency, but tier two maybe, but high up there. So and Cube is also the home of another female K-pop group I particularly enjoy, Idol, or G Idol. So for this song, the leader of Idol, her name is Soyeon. She helped with the writing for this song, and she produced as well. CLC being the senior group, in terms of age hierarchy, because that's a big deal over there in South Korea. I thought that was really cool. That Soyeon, she helped out, her colleagues, by laying down that track for them. So CLC's been around since 2015. This song came out in late January 2019, early February 2019, and this was the song that CLC earned their first win on a music show on. Okay, it was very touching. They all cried. It was well deserved. CLC definitely has a stronger fan base internationally. Okay, I'm not gonna get into the whole why. In a nutshell, it has to do with marketing mishaps, really, on Cube's Entertainment's part. Their CLC was really marketed as a cutesy, schoolgirl innocent kind of group. Those kind of vibes, like Lovelies or Oh My Girl, or what's another cutesy group? There's a bunch of them I just can't think of. April, damn, what's the iconic cutesy A-Pink when they're in their earlier years, that kind of stuff. And but there's a lot of those cutesy, adorable, innocent looking female groups out there. So it was hard for CLC to stand out. And then what was it, 2017? Yeah, Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin was a total image. They changed their image for that song Hobgoblin, which I realized I have not covered Hobgoblin yet on this video, on this channel. I'm a terrible human being. So I really enjoyed No. So you saw the imagery there, right? There were first it's in English, so it's easy to listen to. It's handbag no, lipstick no, and high heels no, and at first you're thinking, oh, are they just talking about they're just embracing their natural beauty and they don't need those superfluous materialistic items, and I think that interpretation is valid, but it's not all of it. Okay, I think they're pushing back on on what we call the male gaze. How men look at women, and how when men look at women, how they expect a woman to look in order to be appealing and beautiful. I believe in the video they're kind of pushing back on that, and you see it in the lyrics as well. It's all these things you want from me, they don't define me. You tell me to wear this pretty shade of lipstick. Now I'll wear a shade I like. Stuff like that. And you know what? I'm all for female self-empowerment bangers from out of K-pop. And so I think it's a really good message for all the young women out there. It's a good message for men as well. Treat women with respect, and just listen to them, and let's see what else about the song. No, especially towards the end, you see that coffin, right? They throw a bunch of stuff in the coffin, like they're giving a funeral. It's all those symbols these are the symbols that is prescribed to you in order for you to attain female beauty as men have traditionally defined it. And they're like, screw that, we're going to dump all those symbols in the coffin and give it a funeral, we're done with that. It's cool. And then you see like the fire at the end as well. So yeah, so the song has a really cool message. I'll be completely honest, I didn't dwell on the interpretation of the song when I first heard it. I was like, man, it's a banger, I love it. So yeah, it wasn't until I paid attention to the lyrics and I paid attention to the video, I was like, oh, okay, I get what they're saying. Anyway, let's go back and watch it
Red
again.
lip, no. Earrings, no. High heel.
Yeah, I paused it perfectly. I just love that shot. The colors are interesting in the background. I mean, okay, they're all in black, right? Everyone looks good in black. It's fine. The girls are all gorgeous. But the colors, like that magenta and that soft pink, right in the background. But you have the magenta in the cases to the sides there. These are what I would definitely call traditional feminine colors. Okay, so I think it's an interesting contrast. It's like we're bold here, and they're definitely making a statement.
No. Hand back, no. Red lip, no.
And again, now we break it up with some more like the bright yellow on the right. I think I'm not sure who's in that case. Yeah, and then you've got like that blue. It's almost like a sky blue, really. Again, the color palette really pops at you. Again, and they're pretty colors, and it kind of reinforces, okay, pretty colors, pretty set. The girls are beautiful. But again, they're going to be singing about these symbols of beauty that you throw on us. It's not. It just doesn't define us. You can't keep us trapped in these definitions. So.
Earrings, no. High heel, no.
I love that. Hold on. I love that. Right there.
No. Earrings, no. High heel, no. Hand back, no.
It's interesting about high heels. They mentioned that. There's I remember I took a graduate school class in critical theory, literary critical theory, and some people say like there's this feminist readings on books, and you can apply feminist readings onto media pieces as well, such as music videos, and this idea of like the high heels. Why do men say that high heels look good on a woman? It's like, oh, you wear high heels, it's really sexy, and there's this one interesting theory is that it plays to this male subconscious desire for access to the female body. Okay, when a woman is in high heels, she can't run very far, very fast. Okay, and most of the time when a woman wears high heels, you have this image, right? Girl in the high heels, she's got like really short mini skirt, and again, a girl in a short mini skirt can't. I mean, they could run, but they can't run super fast. So, but the high heels keeps you restrained. So it's this idea of like, so this one particular critical literary theory is that the high heels keeps a woman constrained in her movements, granting men access to their bodies. I know that I've gone a little deep there, but it's an interesting image, and the fact I really like that they put it in there. It's like one of the things you say no to is high heels.
No. Red lip, no. Earrings, no. High heel, no. Hand back.
I had one friend, an ex girlfriend back in the day from college, and she looked great in high heels, but she would tell me that it's a pain in the ass to wear. As a guy, I'll never have that problem. I don't wear high heels. It's not a thing I seek out. But yeah, they look uncomfortable too. So. Damn, she is gorgeous. I mean, typical K-pop star, right? All these K-pop stars, men or women, are beautiful. This is interesting imagery here with the fruit. I like it. It's playful. Strawberries and like the dress, has a fruit pattern as well. Okay, Eugene. I'm so thankful for the translations. You act like you're worried about me to tell me what to do. I mean, you know what? When I was a younger man, dating, in college and whatnot, in my 20s, I was guilty of this. It's like, oh, why don't you go? Why don't you wear this instead? You look better. It's like me telling another woman how to dress, so they'd be pretty for me. It's my arm candy. You know what? So yeah, patriarchy is bad. So, okay, that's your takeaway. You can cut that out. Your mouth will just get sore. I like the way how she chucked the flowers. That was cool. So, I am Thai American. Man, I'm really bad. Okay, I think it says CLC in Thai. I'm almost positive that's what it says. Yeah, I can't read Thai. I lived in Thailand for like 7 years, 8 years. Yeah, 8 years. My Thai is really bad. I can communicate verbally, but I can't read or write. I mean, I can read like a stop sign because traffic in Thailand is terrible. And sometimes I was sitting there in a car and I'd practice reading the license plates in front of me. So like the word, like the capital of Thailand is Bangkok. I know what Bangkok is spelled, how to spell it in Thai because I've stared at so many license plates, Krungthep Mahanakhon. So yeah, but no. Anyway, but I think that's really cool that because Son, one of their main vocalists, she is Thai. So that's a it's a cool little Easter egg. So. That was a badass shot of Sarn. I said her name like a white person. Sarn, yeah. No, that's really cool. Like how it's reflected in her eyes and everything. It's great. Again, the director of the video knew what they were doing. Oh, Ian. Okay, sorry, Unbin. I've been on a Yeon kick. So there was a show a couple months ago, 4 or 5 months ago actually, called Good Girl, and they took, was it 10 girls or 8 girls? There was a bunch of girls from various groups, mainly like rappers or like K-pop / hip hop adjacent artists, all female, and Yeon was on the show, and oh man, she did so well. She did really well. The show, I mean, they had like perform on the show. Her first performance was okay. She did a version of Black Dress where she soloed, which was okay. But then like on other performances on the show, she has an original song called Barbie, and it was amazing. And it was so good, and it shows like how talented she is. So yeah, I don't have favorites in K-pop groups. People usually ask you in K-pop, so like, oh, who's your bias? Who's your favorite, right? And I usually stay away from those kind of conversations because I appreciate everyone equally. But man, for CLC, I don't know. After that show, I'm a big fan of Ian here. So, and she's got a great rapping tone. Her vocal tone, it has a natural equalizer to it. And Eunbin here is just gorgeous, great. Yeah. Oh, just the way how he sang that. I love me, walk like me. Oh, he did great too. They're all wonderful. Oh, Sunhee. What a badass line. I mean, it's so perfect, right? I mean, talk about clapping back to the haters. If you don't like it, go look somewhere else to fit your taste. Don't waste your time. And I think that's a running. My personal opinion. I think it's a scathing commentary on how Korean society behaves in online spaces, because Koreans unfortunately are really, I mean, Americans are just as bad. I think everywhere on, I think the internet can bring out these awful demons in people, because you're behind a screen, anonymous, right? You could type whatever you want without any consequence. I could say, "Oh, you're fat and ugly. Why don't you go kill yourself?" Horrible stuff like that. And people sometimes forget there's another human being reading those comments, especially if you're commenting about another person. So I like how Son sang that line. Yeah, if you don't like it, forget it. And how Eugene just said that line, right there, innocent, sexy, cute, and those words don't, you can't just sum up a person in one word. So yeah, it's a good message. Oh, she's such a badass. I love it. This whole set here, I like this runway kind of thing, and they got the mirrors. You've seen it more than a couple times now, but I just realized I should comment on that. It is an appreciation video, and I appreciate this whole setup right here. It's a great shot of Yen too. Song. Sunky. Yeah. Putting all those useless tokens in the coffin. Oh, for those of you who are completely not versed in Korean, aegyo. Aegyo is this idea of acting cute, childlike. If you watch a lot of Korean variety shows or in interviews, I remember it was culture shock for me, and I'm Asian, okay, and I was shocked because there's nothing like this in Thai culture. This idea of aegyo, can you do aegyo? And I when I first got into K-pop and watching interviews, it's like, oh, let's see your best aegyo performance. I'm like, what is that? And it's this idea of acting babyish and cute, and it's definitely this. I would definitely say it's this idea of like men kind of imposing this idea on, women. It's like, you should act cute and childlike so it makes you more appealing. It definitely comes from that place. I put money on that premise. Okay. It's not the sole premise of it, but it's definitely a huge factor. So a lot. Now, to be fair, I have noticed like male K-pop idols have to do aegyo as well on interviews. It's like, oh, let's see your aegyo. So it's this idea of like acting cute and childlike, and it adds to your appeal and attractiveness. So here she's like, aegyo, hell no. So acting like a good girl. No. That fire is real. I remember. I was watching the behind the scenes, and it was because Cube Entertainment's pretty good at putting up on their official YouTube channel like the behind the scenes filming of these videos. And they set that thing on fire. Like there's one guy on standby with a fire extinguisher. Oh yeah. I haven't heard this song in a long time. The reason I picked this song for today, CLC, so No came out, as I said, late January, early February 2019. And then in that same year, in May, they came out with a song called Me, which is, I would argue, is another self-empowerment anthem, which is really cool. And then by, I think it's September? I think it was September 2019. So they had 3 comebacks in 1 year. In September, they came out with a song called Devil, which is really cool. It had a it had a groovy bit to it. The best way I could describe it. I like Devil. It was a fun song. Yeah, and so that was September. We haven't heard a peep out of CLC since. Oh, by the way, CLC stands for Crystal Clear. Okay. Yeah, and so what? I think a couple days ago, I saw on my news feed. Yeah, CLC is coming back with a song called Helicopter. So I'm like, man, I should, I realized the only CLC song I've done on this channel was Black Dress, which is an amazing song. Go watch it now. All right, or check out my appreciation video of Black Dress. I'll link I'll link it below in the description box. Anyway, all right. Thanks for spending the last 26 minutes with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate your patience. I hope you appreciated my analysis too. Because I think those are important things to talk about. Yeah. Well, listen. I'm gonna let you all go. I'll be back in another video soon. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and be good to each other. Bye bye for now.